to T's Corner, where we will be talking about life, freedom, independence, where culture meets confidence, where we'll talk about lessons and laughter. I'm your host, Tafumi, and today we're talking about something that I have more than one experience in, right? We're talking about getting caught in the middle of two worlds. I know. It's a kicker. All right, let's get right into it. Have you ever had an experience where you're too American for your Nigerian friends or too Nigerian for your American friends? Have you ever had an experience where you feel like you're in the middle, you don't fit in, you don't fit out? You're trying to juggle it more than one. So you're trying to juggle more than one thing at the same time. I remember vividly when I was in high school, I brought lunch to school. And my mom likes to cook a storm, right? Especially in the weekend, meal prepping. She started doing meal prepping before I knew what meal prepping was, right? So she cooked, and I took jollof rice to school. Now, tell me why it was lunchtime and I sat, in the cafeteria with other people. It was in a flask. I opened it up, already imagining the greatness, the goodness, the aroma that I was about to consume. And I opened it, and somebody next to me was like, "Oof, what is that smell?" And I immediately got so self-conscious, I had to close the lid up, right? And in that moment, that was one of the first experiences that I've had where I had to question who I was, right? And whether or not I'm supposed to be eating what I'm eating, or I'm supposed to be like, who am I? The next day, I didn't even bother bringing lunch. I just told my mom I'll get pizza at school because everybody else gets pizza. There's no point in me bringing anything different, right? I was afraid to be different. I wanted to be the same. And years down the line now, I've realized it wasn't about the food. It was about falling in line. It was about being unique. We struggle with standing out with our individuality that we fall in line with everybody else's. As first generations, it is very important to understand where we're coming from, because we have parts of where we're coming from, where we're going, and we're in the middle of it. We're bridges, right? We're bringing these two worlds together, these two worlds that makes us, and we're putting that into the world. Think about helping your parents with, Zelle or Cash App, right? We're juggling being our own selves and figuring out things on our own. Funny example. My mom and my siblings, right? We all moved to the US at the same time. And while I was rather young, I've always played the role of assistant parent. And I've always played the role of mommy's youngest sister, even though the gap is really, really long, right? However, over time, I have constantly been in the position where I forget that I'm my own person, right? I'm always trying to make sure that I'm falling in line, right? I'm helping my mom, I'm helping my dad, whereas I also need help. But I need help for me, right? I need to figure out who I am, what my identity is, what do I want to do? Because every Nigerian parent, if you're not a doctor or a lawyer, they don't know what you are doing with your life. They are like, okay, what else is there? If you are not a lawyer or a doctor, a pilot, maybe. But other than that, you want to be a teacher. Why? How? In this economy, oh God. So think about you in between all of that, trying to find yourself, your passion, what makes you tick, what makes you what you think about when you wake up first thing in the morning, right? Somebody told me one time and said, if you're trying to find something that you know how to do, think about the first thing that you do. Think about what you can do if I wake you up right now. That you don't have to think about, right? Passion. Finding your passion, finding yourself, finding your own identity, right? We struggle with that. I struggle with that, and I'm still struggling with it because I am currently doing my MBA, and I know that my parents don't understand when I say I don't have time. Like, I'm busy. And they're like, busy doing what? What are you doing? There's 24 hours in the day. And I'm like, yeah, 8 hours out of that 24, I'm working. The rest, in short, I am tired already before the 8 hours is over. Right? But then they expect you to still take care of your siblings, check in every day. And if you don't do that, it's problems. Asao, I don't understand. But that one, we'll talk about it later. You have to check in, right? You have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of your siblings. You have to make sure that they don't feel like you've now grown wings and you're flying because you don't check in anymore, or you don't check in as often, right? So I would say, if there's anything that you're taking away from today's episode, is this. Don't hide who you are. It's very important to own your own identity. Yeah, we have so many things pulling us apart, but once you find your center, stick to it. It's going to be your cornerstone because, honey, otherwise you're going to keep getting dragged left, right, center. Find your center. Find what makes you, you, without anybody else's addition and subtraction and influences, right? You have to find you. And once you do that, once you have that, I promise you, the rest, blue skies. Blue skies. Now, if any of these resonate with you, or if you have ever been in a situation where you feel like you're in between, let me know. Let's talk about it. I'm very curious about, what are the other experiences, apart from my jollof rice accident. Well, I even call it accident. God, I beg. Apart from my, what else, what was it? What was it? Was it the clothes? Oh, there's one. I heard this one in high school. You can't cook in a Nigerian home and have the doors open. You got to close it. Was it like the natural perfume without the cologne? Let me know what it is. Let's talk about it. I'm very curious. And again, I'm your host, Tufumi, and this is a safe space where we talk about everything life, lesson, laughter, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this to people that you love. Ciao.